Okay, so we are live. Today is the last day for live sessions. You better get in. Live, waiting for people to get in. Waiting. Come on, I know today's Friday. Nobody's getting in. Waiting for people to get in. Come on, get in. Yeah, we got one person. Say hi. Say hi. We can start with you. Say hi in the comment. Say hi in the comments so we can start with you. So what's going on? I'm gonna just go ahead and share my screen when we're waiting for other people to get in. Tonight is the last session for live sessions. Finally realized morning sessions are better than night session because nobody's here at 6 p.m. except for one person, loyal person. So let's get into it. Share screen. So what's going on? What's going on? First of all is I wanted to talk about this. This is a great news. USCIS extends flexibility for responding to agency requests. So basically people who have requests for evidence continues to request for evidence, notices of intent to deny, notices of intent to revoke, notices of intent to rescind, notices of intent to terminate regional centers, and motion to reopen, and 400. And then we have notice of appeal or motion, and then the N336. So basically if the form was filled out up to 60 calendar days from the issuance of the decision we made, and we made that decision anytime from March 1st, 2020 to September 30th, 2021. So if you receive a notice between those dates, they have extended flexibility in responding. So the person has 60 days from the day they receive the notice to actually act, okay? Instead of the 30 days only. So basically, USCIS will consider response to the above requests and notices we've received within 60 calendar days for a response due date set in the request of notices. Additionally, they will consider the Form N336, Form I-290B received up to 60 calendar days. So USCIS is just giving additional days so that they can you can have the opportunity to respond to those requests and those notices. That's it. That's pretty much what it is, which is good. Due to the coronavirus, they're late. We are late, so everybody's winning. Let me go back to what I wanted to say again. I wanted to talk about work permit delays. What is going on? We have a lot of delays when it comes to work permit. People have been applying, they're waiting, a lot of delays. So one thing you can do is just go ahead and on the check case processing time. If you look here for work permit, if you look to Vermont Center, for example, that's the one I usually do. And then the Texas one, it says estimated time 5 months to 12 months. Okay. And right now, so if it's based on pending adjustment of status, they are still on October 31st of 2020. Those are the cases they're still working on. They're really behind. Okay. And this is 2021 already in excuse me, already end of June, but they're currently working on October 31st, 2021. Okay, so it gives you the estimated time range, receipt date for a case inquiry, and that's how you know. And if you see that the time has been processed, the processing time is beyond, you just go here and send them an inquiry, USCIS inquiry. So that's where you go, you send them an inquiry, okay? Oh, sorry. This is the second one, the e-request. Just say case outside of normal processing time, it's up here, send them an inquiry. And you keep following it up until you get your response, because really it's taking too long. There's a lot of delays, and there's nothing I can do on my side, you can do on your side. It's just keep pushing, keep pushing. Some people go to lawsuit, and those lawsuit takes forever too to get a response. So we just have to keep pushing. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is about student with violating the visas, the terms of the visa. Pretty much, if you violate, if it you have an F1 visa, you really have to go with the terms of your visa. You have to really know what it says, because you can go here, Chapter 4, status and non-immigrant visa violation, under 2445C2 and 245C8. Those are violations for student visa. It says any adjustment, applicant is not going to be able to adjust status if they fail to continuously maintain a lawful status since entry into the United States or violated the term of the non-immigrant status. I wanted to focus more on student, because that's the question that I really received lately. And now, of course, they always have exceptions: immediate relatives, member, Violence Against Women Act, 20 VAWA, certain physician, G4 International, special juvenile, and certain member of U.S. Armed Forces. This section does not apply to those category of people, right? But now, if you are a student and you violate the term of your visa, pretty much you will be barred. For students, it's pretty much 5 years of bar. So you really have to make sure you read this one. And they have a lot of exceptions, but really for students, sometimes those exceptions do not fit the criteria of student visa. So I wanted to show this website particularly for students so that they can go ahead and read it. Okay. And then let me go back to questions. Stop sharing. Questions. Hi, Patel. Hello. How long did VAWA process take? What center? Guira, what center? We can just find out right away. Guira, where did you send your application to? Because we have a lot of centers. So let me know in the comment, where did you send your application, so we can see how long it's going to take. Because I know for Vermont, it takes between 20 to 24 months, 2 years in Vermont. Okay. Joseph says, good morning. Can I travel to Bahamas with TPS? With a travel document, not just with TPS. You got to get your travel document. Basically, apply for the travel document, not just with your TPS card. You have to have a travel document. So, like, basically, it really gives you a permission to travel and then permission to re-enter. So basically, that's what you're after. So, Joseph, you need to get your travel document, filing the form I-131. What about the Board of Immigration Appeal cases? Under right circumstances, Abidemi is supposed to take only 6 months, 180 days. Nowadays, it's going for 2 years, okay? I've seen cases going on appeal for 2 years pending there with no response, none whatsoever. So, but under right circumstances, it's supposed to only take 6 months. Okay, Bolton. What's Bolton saying? I'm the principal for the U visa. The question I'm asking you, what if I-92 waiver approved right now? I got still to wait to get back in the country? What do you mean? Are you outside of, are you applying for your U visa from outside of the country? Bolton, are you applying for your U visa from the outside of the country? Chankura say hi, hi. Oh, outside of the country. Okay, so yeah, you need to get to wait for, oh my gosh, where's this? Sorry, I don't know what happened. Okay, sorry, I messed it up. Anyway, yeah, you have to wait for the approval to get back in the country. Really, you have to have the approval. Yep. Hi, Janisha. Hi, how are you? Still waiting for questions. Still waiting for questions. Today is last day of our live sessions, and at least for now. Okay, we're gonna figure out if we're gonna do again, but I just wanted to have a full week answering questions so that you guys are not gonna be emailing me for questions. If you email me, just know that I'll charge you for consultation. Okay. Hi. Okay. Oh, this is Sila. Okay, I'm in removal proceedings based on asylum. I got a strong case. I don't know why they refer my case to court. My question is, how can I reopen my case again in immigration office? No, the moment you go to immigration court, you can't just go back to immigration office and reopen your case. You have to because you're removal proceeding for a reason. There is a reason why they send you to removal proceeding. If your case is strong, then bring the defense in removal proceeding. That's it. There's no going back. Unless you are applying for a new asylum case, which they're not going to allow you because you still have a case pending with the immigration court. How long can you stay out with the TPS? Like stay out of the United States? Well, please don't do more than 6 months. Really, to be honest with you, just do 30 days. Joseph. Hello, I have told that I need a visa still to travel with TPS approval. I don't know why you were told that. Do you have a travel document? If you have permission to travel, which is when somebody filed the I-131, it is permission to travel and permission to re-enter. So basically that gives you the possibility to go back and come back. So why do you need a visa? I don't know why they told you that. You should ask the person who told you that. Can I get a record renewal if my case is a Board of Immigration Appeal? No, unfortunately, once your case is there, you have to wait for the decision, OSHU. The decision has to be, there's a reason why they send it to appeal, because they disagree with you. That's why they terminated your EAD card. So now you have to wait for the decision from the Immigration Board of Appeal, because if you don't do that, the Board of Immigration Appeal, even if you apply for renewal, they're not gonna, it's not gonna be granted. So you're just gonna waste $410. I have overstayed my visa, my U.S. visitor visa. What questions are available to secure a green card without having to go back to my country? So Omahunmi, sorry, those names are so hard. But anyway, so if you overstay the visa, people apply for asylum and hopefully the asylum gets granted. Then a year later, they can apply for a green card. Or people get married to a U.S. citizen. If you're not married, then eventually adjust status. If you go to employment and a job is willing to sponsor you, but because you overstay your visa, you're gonna have to get out of the U.S. in order to get that employment-based visa. So that's the answer. FGM, what is that? Family Aludare, what is FGM? Family? A visa for the other country. Or the country that you're not, Antoine, you're not going to your own country, going to somebody else's country. Yes, you have to get their visa if their country requires their visa, a visa. So if you're going to a country that requires a visa, yes, of course, you have to get a visa. I was thinking that you were going back home in your home country. So, and what update put on the Immigration Act? Omaumi, I do not have any new updates. We're just waiting for September to see what they're going to do. I'm looking for lawyers to start my VAWA process. Where are you looking for a lawyer to start your VAWA process? I'm a lawyer, okay? So which one are you looking for? So I have a bachelor for my country and I want to change my major. So I have a plan to study in the US. Does it have a negative effect at the embassy? No, why would that have a negative effect? I don't see what you mean. You want to study in the US, you have to apply for a student visa and get accepted to a university at the US. My second question, my interview is scheduled for end of 2022. I can anticipate my intervention date at the beginning of 2022. Why would you, I don't know what you mean, anticipate your intervention. Oh, female genital, yeah, it is a strong case. Oludare, it is a strong case, really, as long as you have proof. So it is a strong case, and basically proof, credibility, and how you defend it. Antoine said thank you. Thank you, you're welcome. Thank you, God bless you. Bless you too, God bless you too. My master hearing schedule for the end of 2020. Can I anticipate my hearing date to? I don't think they're going to change, to be honest with you. If you get a date for end of 2022, I'm pretty sure that's the date, because they're only postponing dates. They're not bringing dates early, unless they have a case load, like lower case load. But we all know that they have a backlog, like 500,000 cases or 1 million cases pending. So at least you have a date. How long does it take to VAWA processing to be ready? Where are you going to for WAWA? What center? Because Vermont center, it takes from the beginning to the end 20 to 24 months, at least 2 years. I don't know which center you're applying. If you give the name of the center, we can check here. Jibril is back. Jibril, good afternoon. Welcome back. Thank you for coming. What is your question? Can I get based on OPT? However, I overstayed my, but now I graduated with a college degree. Well, you already graduated, so I don't think you can. Yeah, you already graduated now. What you can do is try to apply. That's it. That's all I can do. If they don't find that violation of overstaying your visa, they're gonna give it to you. But if you, as you said, you overstay your visa, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be like a deny, waste of money. If I can take a phone call, the way I work with consultation, if you call me, I'll text you back. And then I'll ask you for your name and email so that I can send you the consultation agreement and the link for payment. So once you process both, then I call you. Or you email me directly with your full name and your phone number. So I send you all the required documents and the link for payment. Yes, Vermont Center take between 20 to 24 months, 2 years minimum to get your case settled with VAWA. Is there any chance to join US Army for somebody who overstayed his visa? Oh, I doubt that. Yeah, I doubt that. Can a doctor letter report in America be an evidence? Yes, it can be an evidence. Yes, Uldore. Yes, that can be evidence. Jibril say we are together. Yes, my friend Jibril, we are together in this one. I'm immigrant too. I have family members too struggling with this paper, and they keep calling me like I work. I'm like, I work on the other side. I don't work for government. My husband is here with me from Bahamas last week. How can you help him to have his work permit? Well, basically, what type of status he has? That's the question. If he just have a visitor or visa, he can't get a work permit. So unless, let's say, you have a U.S. citizenship or lawful permanent residence, then you guys get married, then he applied for a work permit. Or let's say file for asylum, then wait for a full year, then apply for work permit. So with a visitor visa, really, you can. That's you can. You're having a baby. A baby in America, Aludure, only helps you with withholding of removal. For example, let's say that your case gets denied in immigration court, and now you're claiming withholding of removal, and then you can use the child as the reason why they cannot remove you, because you have a child and you have to take care of the child. That's when the child can come into play in order to help you. Not for that case. Not in the sense that you're thinking, I'm Haitian, I want to travel to Dominican Republic. Does it must prove the reason for the travel? Joseph, yes, you got to prove the reason for a travel. Are you just traveling for fun? Pretty much they're not going to give it to you, to be honest. If you're just traveling for fun with the travel document, permission to travel, they're not going to give it to you. Unless you get lucky, because some people are lucky, you never know. Good evening. My VAWA application was received through Vermont Center. I guess it should be ready this year. Yes, I believe it should be ready this year because 2019. Yeah. And if we get to September 2021, you don't hear from them, that's when you start pushing, calling them, emailing them, because the 2 years has already passed. Do you know if essential workers are included in this bill they are talking about now? Please, I need more information about that. Stanley, my friend, I don't know. The last information we had was that Bernie Sanders, he's gathering some of those Democrat senators so they can draft another bill, so that the language of the bill will convince the Republican Party so that they can actually basically accept that. So basically they want to include certain people in this infrastructure bill. Nobody knows yet if they're going to include essential workers. I'm assuming they're going to include essential workers because essential worker pretty much cover a lot of people. So Jibril is like, can I get your number for WhatsApp? Jibril, if you need a consultation, call the office or email me. Sharma, I applied for, and my friend also, we received the notice, our application. He got approved after 2 weeks and I'm still there. Well, he got approved. Is your friend Kapil? Is your Kapil Sharma? Is your friend a member of CASA? Because if your friend is a member of CASA and the I-765 is your friend's initial application, and your friend has an asylum case pending, of course they're going to get approved within 30 days. So maybe that's why. Pretty much, I'm assuming that's why. Thank you. You're welcome. For Huawei, you're welcome. Well, Antoine, the travel document is basically permission to travel and permission to re-enter. So because TPS is not really a status, it's like a legal presence, and it is a temporary status. So they can't give you really privilege of doing a lot of things. In other words, I mean, you can travel where you want, but the question is, if you don't have a valid reason at the port of entry, they can deny you entry, and they reserve the right to deny you entry. So that's what I'm saying. So travel responsibly. That's all. After biometric, how long can I take before going for interview? Asylum case in Pennsylvania. Oh, Oludari, my friend, what was your asylum case file? Because recent cases now, cases filed in 2020, 2021, it's taking them like only 3 months to call you for the interview. But older cases from 2014, 15 is still hanging there. So I don't know what year you file your case. Jibril said, all right. The only difference between him and the application, I had a social security number already and he didn't. That's the only difference? I'm pretty sure there's more to it, because those work permits really taking like 5 months. So unless the person is a member of CASA, it's taking within 30 days. So, or maybe your friend just got lucky, you know, you never know. Please, can I have your email address? Okay, let me write my email address here, because some people, they don't know how to check the my email address is there, Booker. If you email me, just know that I charge for consultation, okay? But you're welcome to email me. Questions, questions, questions. Almost 30 minutes. We're almost getting at the end. Questions, questions, questions. Okay, the receipt of receipt was dated January 6, 2021. Oh, that's your asylum case, Aluda. Okay, so if you go to the if you do the fingerprint, nowadays, really new cases, it's taking like 3 months. They're calling people for interview, or 4 months, the longest. Ivan, I have a long question. Type it, because if you email me, I'll charge you for consultation. This is the only time I do live answering questions. Just type your question. I'm waiting again. So just type your question, Yvonne. Type it and then post it, because we have, sometimes we can go maybe. Sally, what about removal proceeding trial? Like how long it takes? Is that the question? Well, nowadays we can't predict nothing. It's taking forever. Like delays, delay. There's a backlog. If let's say you have your master hearing, let's say July 1st, probably you should expect your individual hearing maybe December. Yeah, but it's not guaranteed. My chances, Sally, your chances of what? I can't keep up with previous questions. Your chances of what? Can my husband apply for TPS? Bahamas? I don't think Bahamas, they have TPS. Are you talking about the temporary protected status? No, I don't think Bahamas has TPS. I don't think Bahamas is designated TPS, no. Okay, in the DREAM Act, it says the alien was 18 years old, age or younger, on the date on which the alien entered the United States. As constitutionally since such entry. Yes, 18 or younger. That's the new version of the DREAM Act, and continuously living in the US. So now what is the question? Did you left the US? Sorry, I'm having, I don't know if it's corona or something, but I'm having something. Is my wife that filed for some case, does it cover the father and children brought from Africa? Yes, if your wife filed for the case and your name is on the case, once your wife gets the asylum case granted, of course your wife should apply for you using the form I-730 for derivative of asylum being granted. Even if the name wasn't there, so even after, they can still apply for you because your wife got it granted, if it gets granted. What about VAWA? What about it? In Vermont, it takes up to 2 years to get a case processed. It's here in the US. Yeah, but TPS is not for TPS. If you're talking about TPS in terms of temporary protected status that people from Haiti, El Salvador have, Bahamas is not included. But if you're talking about the bill, if the bill passes and your husband happened to be undocumented as of January 21st, I guess it was January 31st, right? No, January 1st. No, it was 31st. I can't remember those bills. It's too much. But anyway, then he'll be qualified. Or you came at 18 and then move out after five months the next year, and then for 5 months again. Well, you're going to have to make a case for it, because if it's long than 180 days, it becomes a problem. You're really gonna have to calculate, Yvonne, you have to calculate in aggregate, was it more than 180 days? If it's more, it becomes a problem. Really, you have to have a strong argument. Looks like it's going to be challenging for you for the DREAM Act because of leaving, coming. If it's like, really just calculate the day you have been out. If it's more than 180 days, then it becomes a challenge. I cannot say that, no, you're not going to get it, but I'm saying that it becomes difficult now. How long does it take to approve 765C9? I don't know. I don't know that on top of my head. So basically, yeah, I don't know that on top of my head, but 765, depending what center, can take up to 5 to 12 months. Akigwe, depending on what center you're applying. What center are you applying for that? You both apply the case. Yeah, the main principal, once the main principal get it, that's it. Alan George, can I travel while my asylum case is pending? If you get a travel document, you can travel, but it's high risk. I have answered that question in one of my videos, like with all the details possible. Just go ahead and watch it. And the title is really, can I travel while my case is still pending? So the short answer is yes, you can travel if you receive a travel document, but it's too risky. But you can go ahead and watch my video. So really, there's too much detail in it. I still have a chance. Yes, you still have a chance. You still have a chance. It just depends on how you defend that. Because I don't think it's like more than 1 year, Yvonne. It looks like 10 months only. No, Sally, no, you better show up at your removal proceeding. Do you have a removal proceeding? You better show up. If you don't show up at the removal proceeding, you know what's going to happen? They're going to enter a judgment against you, and you're going to be barred from adjusting status at least for 5 years. So it's better for you to show up. Unless you have a reason, like you're mentally incapacitated, you can't stand trial, that's why you don't show up. But other than that, you have to show up. Oh, Vermont service. Yeah, Vermont service under C9 adjustment status is between 5 to 12 months. 5 to 12 months. Thank you. You're welcome. Can you help me? My case is, I came with a US passport in 1999. They say I can't have my green card the way I came here. Which way you came here? Entry without permission? Because entry without permission, you're barred from adjusting status. You have to ask for forgiveness and hope that they forgive you. Error fee submitted since April. VAWA not decision yet. Yeah, VAWA, it takes 2 years. So if after 2 years you don't get a decision, now you have to keep calling, keep emailing them. What about I have a pending asylum and being granted TPS and travel document? Is it still risky to travel? Travel, let me put it this way. Travel with that permission to re-enter and permission to travel, it is, it's not like a right, it is a favor. So because it is a favor, it is discretionary, meaning what? They reserve the right to cancel it at any time. And sometimes people get unlucky, they get canceled, they re-enter when they're back home. So they just leave. At the time for them to come in, they can't get in. They give them some BS reason and they can't get in. So that's why the reason I say it's risky. But if you have a valid reason, even if they don't let you in, then you can defend yourself. If you want, because let's say family member seriously sick, immediate family member seriously sick, you have to go there, that's valid reason. So when you come back, let's say they don't let you in, at least you can defend yourself and have a chance to get in. But if you just went for vacation, they'll be like, well, we cancel it. It is, at that point, what are you going to do? You start looking for another visa to get in. So that's what I'm saying. On asylum case, can I someone travel with first green card after a year approval of asylum? Yes. If you have a green card, you can travel. Applied since 2017. Wow, you applied for VAWA since 2017. Yeah, you need to start really pushing them because this has been a long time now. George, I already told you, you can travel if you get a travel document, but it's risky. So I have the entire video with that. And please don't go in your hometown because you already claim asylum, you cannot go back home. So where are you traveling to? It has to be a different country. So it's risky. So you have a 360 approval and a pending, but you got the old removal order from your asylum case, and then motion to reopen get canceled. So, and then they can decide on your 485. Can you put it, can you try to reopen it again based on those discretionary, prosecutorial discretion, whatever? So try to reopen again, because if you have a 485 pending, really try to reopen it again. And try to ask for a waiver too. Yeah, try to ask for a waiver and try to reopen again and see what they're going to say. What about prosecutorial discretion? Prosecutorial discretion, basically the power of the government to drop the case. If they want, they can drop a case, no longer pursuing a case. And that come into play, let's say, for example, somebody is in removal proceedings and they have a child who has actually turned 21. So they can ask them, well, can you just drop this case because my child is now 21? My child can actually petition for me. And then if government wants, then they can drop the case and then close it so the person can have pursue the case with USCIS. So that's just one example, but there are many. Thank you. You make my day. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh, 39 minutes. Wow, that's a lot. We kind of cover a lot of questions. We covered a lot of questions. I'm glad. We covered a lot of questions. I'm glad this was a 1 week. Remember, 1 week I started Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we answered pretty much most of the questions. And if people still have questions, then they just have to pay for consultation so we can answer those questions. But we try our best to answer questions. Sally say you're the best. Thank you, Sally. You're the best too for coming, because 6:40, some people, they're like, forget that. Because when we did it in the morning, we had a lot of people. And I thought in the evening, we will have a lot of people too, because at least at that point, we can actually really like get people up, they actually outside of the job. You are helping a lot of people. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm glad I'm helping. Thank you very much. I'm glad it's helpful. Thank you very much. So I think that's it, right? No more questions. I think that's it. So we're gonna conclude today. Wish you a very best weekend. And I guess we'll talk again some other day live like this. But moving forward, I'm just gonna go with my day-to-day videos, normal one. But perhaps we'll find again, if those bills come to life, really, then we'll come live again, try to explain those bills. But right now, everything is dead. So I type a question you didn't answer. What question I didn't answer? I answer everybody's question, Saidu. What question? Ask it now. Copy it and paste it right there before I close. What question didn't answer? I answer everybody's question. You guys are never satisfied. Saidu, I asked. I don't see your question that I didn't ask. I didn't answer it. Type it. You have 2 minutes. Type it or copy it and paste it. I'm giving you 2 minutes so you can type it. Say, do you just questions? I don't see any question. You're just playing. You see, I'm trying. You see, you're so funny. You're so funny. Anyway, thanks. It's nice. It's nice. You have jokes, okay? So thank you, thank you. Do VAWA applicants still need to face interview? I don't think so. If your case got approved, you don't face interview. People who face interview is when the evidence is kind of sketchy, like they doubt those type of evidence, then you will face interview. I need your help. I came on B1, B2 visa 3 years ago, and now I need someone to marry to get a green card only. Do you do this on a professional level? You need someone to marry. Marriage has to be a good marriage, a valid marriage. Major enter in good faith. No those fake or sham marriages. If you have somebody that you know that you want to get married to, a good and valid marriage, yes, we can help you file the green card on a professional level, not those fake marriages. So that's the answer. Thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. So I think I'm gonna end here. We'll catch up later. But this was the full week live. Okay. We're gonna do this one more time once those bills come to life. Probably in September. I don't know. But from moving forward, I'm just gonna do regular videos. What? Why do you want to travel to another country? Maybe you're going to get married there. That's a valid reason, okay? Maybe you're going to marry somebody there. That's a valid reason. Some reason, maybe you have business there, like business jobs there. You can go there. That's a valid reason. But just going for fun is not really valid in terms of if you face a problem re-entering, you have no solid defense. That's just in case you face problems. Some people go, they don't face problems. Okay, so that's the answer to that. So thank you very much, and I hope I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.